Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, good day, good evening. Can you hear me? Please confirm you can hear me. All right. Thank you, Aditola. Thank you, Shika. Please let's inform others to join us. All right, so we're going to start now. Let's just give a few seconds for others to join us. While we are doing that, we are going to start with introduction to our program, and then starts. It's going to be an amazing section, trust me. If you've not used any of analytics tool before, you're going to use one today. All right. So before we dive into that, the practical part of this program, because it's going to be practical, right? We are going to be practicalizing everything, how you need to get started as a data analyst. We are going to be doing that today. So welcome to Amdoranalytics Bootcamp section of, January section, right? So today we're going to be learning a lot how you can start your program or how you can get started as a data analyst from no experience to an expert level. So today you're going to become an expert in data analytics space, right? So my name is Chinyere, and I'm the host for today's section. Yeah, so there's something I would love to do here at Amdoranalytics, and I want us to do that. So please, if you're not in a noisy environment, anytime we ask you to unmute, please unmute and let's interact. It's going to be a very, very interactive session. All right, so my name is Chinyere once again, and welcome to Amdoranalytics Data Analytics Bootcamp, the last day of January 2026. All right, so if today is your first time joining any of our program or joining Amdoranalytics section, type yes in the comment section. Let's go. If today is your first time of joining Amdoranalytics section or joining any of, okay, if today is your first time joining our section, please type yes. Let's welcome you in a special way. Type yes. We have something for you. So those people at the back, we bring something. We have our ushers here, so they're going to send something to you. Please type yes. Let's welcome you. We can sing for you. You are welcome in the name of the Lord. Oh yeah, if you're a first timer, raise up your hand. You can use your digital hands, and let's welcome you. All right, thank you very much. I think everybody here, we are all returning students. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, so my name is Chinyere, and I am joining you from Lagos, Nigeria. We would like to know where our participants are joining us from, so we can welcome you once again. Since everybody here, we've joined any of our program before, tell us where you are joining us from, so we can welcome you. Please type it, use the comments and type it. Tell us where you are joining us from, so we can welcome you in a special way. Let's go. So we're waiting for you. Okay, so let's go. If you can hear me very clear and loud, please use your favorite emoji. I want to be sure that you can hear me. Okay, Samuel is joining from Lagos, Nigeria. Thank you for joining us, Samuel. Okay, so let's go. Please, yes, Oku Olabisi. Just forget the first name, right? Well, Olabisi, I can hear you. I can see you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, guys, let's send messages to the groups and let others join us. Let others join us. Yeah, joining from Lagos, Olabisi. Olabisi, thanks for joining us. Okay, Adetola is joining us from, I'm not in Nigeria, so I don't know where that location is. So let's dive in. All right, so today we want to welcome everybody, especially those that want to become a data analyst, certified data analyst in the house. So you want to become a data analyst, right? You want to know more about data analytics, how you can become a data analyst. Welcome to this section. Welcome to this section. So Lucy joining us from Canada. All right, so welcome everybody. We want to really appreciate you for joining any of our section. It's always joy, right? Anytime that I have to do this, coming here to talk to people, especially people that are interested in tech, people that want to know more about tech, they want to transition into the career path. It's always my happiness to see you and have you here. Thank you very much for joining us. Now, if you know that you're not in a noisy environment and you want to speak, I would like you to do this, right? If you know that you've not been in tech before and you've heard a lot about tech and you want to know more about this tech something, please type 1 or just use your digital handle, hence that apologies, or you can just use any favorite emoji. Any of your favorite emoji. You've not heard about data analytics before and you want to know more, or you have heard about data analytics before, but you're not sure what data analytics is all about and you want to know more, please use your digital hands or use any of your favorite emoji. Let's go. Okay, only one person. You've heard about data analytics before. You've heard about data analytics before. I want to know more. Okay, so let's do something. Let's do something quickly. I'll call on 1 or 2 persons to tell me things they know about data analytics. Okay. Samuel, can you hear me? I know you're very active. Hi, Samuel, can you hear me? Can you unmute? Can you unmute and speak? Yes, can you unmute? Like unmute your mic. I can see. Okay.
Yes, I'm available, but I can't speak up now, so I'll be chatting, I'll be texting. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, Samuel. Thank you very much. That's fine.
Thank you.
So you can mute yourself. So I want to call another person. Hi, Yakubu. Yakubu, can you hear me? Yakubu Jacob, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, Yakubu, please, can you tell me more about data analytics, what you've heard about data analytics?
Okay, basically what I know is just using tools to analyze data, tools like Excel and others to make analysis.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much. Do we have any other person that want to speak? Tell me anything that you've heard about data analytics. Some people will say that data analytics is all about visualization. Or data analytics is about Excel. Right. Okay, so let's go in. Let's dive in. Thank you very much for that, Yakubu. Okay. So let's talk about Amdoranalytics. Right. So I know this is your first time joining Amdoranalytics section. Welcome. But if this is not your first time, still welcome though. Okay, so let's welcome everybody with our introduction. I want you to know about Amdoranalytics, right? Amdoranalytics is an edtech company, as you all know, that's educational technology company. We are committed to empowering individuals to become global talents through our comprehensive and accessible training programs. Very simple. This is our commitment to make sure that you are well equipped, you know more about tech through the in-demand skills, right? So our mission is very simple. Our mission is to bridge the skill gap by equipping learners with in-demand skills, enabling them to make informed decisions, drive innovation, and create positive change in the tech-driven world, particularly across the African continent. Right, so we've heard a lot about the in-demand skills. We've heard a lot about those skills that you can acquire today. You can use it to secure any job of your choice, especially working remotely. Right, so a lot of people have said things about remote jobs. How do I get a remote job? But then again, you find out that they don't have that skills. Okay, there are a lot of skills that you need to know or you need to have in order to be able to work remotely. So for over the years, I have been in this space working, and for one day, I've not been to any office just because I have the in-demand skills. And you'll be asking yourself, what are those in-demand skills? What are those skills that are in demand? Now, I want to open your eyes to something. I'm not going to go there, but I want to open your eyes to something. Maybe after this section, go through that, because you need to understand, especially when you want to transition into a new career path, you need to understand if that career path is in demand. Okay, if people are highly in need of that career path. Now, according to the future of job reports, right, developed by World Economic Forum, that was 2025 report, mentioned a lot of jobs that are highly in demand. And if you look at those jobs, you find out that most of them are tech-related jobs. So you see that there's a need for you to acquire one. Okay, so we're not going to dive into that again. All right, so with track record of success, we've helped over 8,000 participants to successfully transition into career paths. Now, we specialize in training individuals in the field of data analytics, business analysis, HR analytics, cyber security, AI engineering, business, project management, data engineering, and data science. These are high in-demand skills, right? You want to find out what are those in-demand skills, and you find out that most of them fall into these categories. Right. So our tutors are industry experienced professionals who are experts in their field. Like I said, if today is the first time joining Amdoranalytics, welcome. We are across, we have pages across all social media platforms. We have our page on Instagram at official Amdoranalytics, official_Amdoranalytics. We are on Twitter, we are on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. You can just search for Amdoranalytics and you will see us there. Right. So let's talk about data analytics, how you can move from being a novice to becoming an expert in the industry. Now, let me share something with you. A lot of people have said a lot about data analytics and how you can become a professional within the space of 1 month. Some have said how you can become a professional within the space of 6 months, 5 years, in a lot of things, right? But I want you to take something from me. Is a gradual process. Okay, it is a gradual process. Someone who has been in this space for over the past decades will never be the same with someone who just joined the journey, right? So I'm going to talk about it in a very few minutes, right? In the next few slides, let me just talk about myself. Okay, I know you'll be like, okay, I mean a lot. Tell me more about you. Okay, so I'll be your facilitator for today's section, right? My name is Pinyere Chukwuka O. I'm the founder of Amdoranalytics. Okay, so I'll be your trainer for today. So I'm a seasoned tech professional with almost a decade of experience in the data analytics, business intelligence, and data science. So as the founder of Amdoranalytics, I have guided individuals with no prior knowledge of tech to smoothly transition into the tech. And not only do they transition into the tech career path, but they've secured their first roles in tech. Right, so I've been known for my straightforward and effective training method, which you're going to be seeing today. See, if you have not used Excel today, don't worry. If you have not used any analytics tool before, don't worry. We are going to see how easy it is for you to transition into career and even use the tools for the first time. Okay, so I have personally trained over 6,000 participants. My participants across telecommunication, governance, financial, and finances, and edtech sectors. All right, so if you have any question for us, please drop it and let's take it and dive into the practical program. Let's dive in. All right, so let's go. Data is the new oil. Have you heard of this statement before? Have you heard of people saying that data is the new oil, the new money? You want to make a lot of money in this century, go into tech, and then go into data analytics. Have you heard of it this before? Okay, if you've not heard of it, I'm sharing this with you. I'm a data analyst. I know a lot of opportunities in data analytics space. Okay, so we're going to be doing that a lot. Now let's talk about why do I need to transition into data analytics space. I just want to share this with you, and then we dive into data. Okay, why do I need to transition into data analytics space? Why data analytics? Now, let me share something with you. There is no sector that doesn't make use of data. Every sectors every day generates multiples of hundreds, tons of data every day, every day. Okay, so let's use Facebook for example, right? So they have a lot of means whereby they generate their data. So like what we are doing now, this is a Google Meet. Google Meet is generating our data. Okay, like what you type in here, what I'm saying, Google Meet is taking note of all these things. This is what it is data. Like the picture that you upload on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, they are what? They are data. Okay, those pictures that you're uploading, those videos, those texts that you all those your comments, they are what? They are data. So if Facebook want to take any action, they are taking action based on that data. That's why you see sometimes when they report someone's page, maybe somehow they will take down the page or they will not take down the page. Now, the only thing that will make them to take down the page or that will run them taking down the page is based on whatever that has been done on that page. Either that the person violates the any of their rule, they can do what? Take down the page. If not, they're not going to take down those page, right? The page. So all these things all those actions are being taken based on data. Do you understand? So those things, they are data. Now, I want you to understand something. When we talk about data, we have two types of data. Okay, we have structured data and unstructured data. Right? So when we talk about structured data are those data that can fit into rows and columns. They are structured data. That's most of the things that we would be doing as a data analyst. Most of them, not all of them, they are what? Structured data. Right? So that's why when you want to learn learn data analytics, they will ask you to learn SQL. Now, what is SQL? Structured query language. Okay, structured query language. So they are structured data. I say that those structured data are those data that can fit into rows and columns. When we talk about Facebook, for example, what are the structured data? Structured data are those data that you are typing in. Those your comments, those texts, they are structured data. Of course, they are sentiment analysis anyway, but we're not going to go into that, right? So then we have unstructured data. Okay, now unstructured data are those data that cannot fit into rows and columns, like your images, like those pictures that you're uploading on your Facebook, right? You're uploading on your Twitter, on everywhere, social media handles. They are what? They are unstructured data. They cannot fit into rows and columns. When we talk about rows and columns, I'm talking about Excel. Let's look at Excel, for example. So this is Excel workbook. Okay, this is a workbook. Now this is column and this is row. So what is here, like all these things here, all this content, right? Or call it attributes. They are what? Structured data. Like your date, look at date column. It is what? Structured. It is structured data. Images, they are unstructured data. Videos, they are unstructured data. So they cannot fit into rows and columns. So we're going to be working with structured data today. So I wanted to learn this. Of course, after this program, just telling anybody that, okay, I am actually learning, but I'm just at that space where I'm using structured data. Okay, so we're going to be using structured data today. So if you're with me, type yeah. Well, let's go. If you're with me and you can hear me very clear and loud, type yeah. Type it in the comment section. Let's go. If you're learning something, type let's go. Oh, all right, Yakubu. Is it only Yakubu that is learning something here? Okay. Suleiman. Apologies if I didn't pronounce it very well. Suleiman. Thank you very much, Suleiman. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's go. When we talk about data analytics, what they do, and your question will be like, okay, when they collect those data, those organizations collect those data, how do they use it? Okay, how do they use it? How do they make decisions with those data? They make decisions with those data by analyzing it. Okay, by analyzing it. Now, let me share something with you, how you can get started as a data analyst and become a professional in this today program. Now, number one thing that you need to learn, especially if you're starting your career in data analytics, the first tool that you need to learn is Excel. That's why you're going to be using Excel today. Okay, from no experience to becoming an expert. So we're going to be using Excel today. The first tool that you need to learn is not SQL, it's not Python, it's not even Power BI, it is what? Excel. I know it's amazing when people mention things like, oh, Excel is overrated. Excel is not overrated. Of course, Excel is underrated. I will tell you for free. There is no sector. Yeah, take this for me. There is no sector that you go through today that they will not be making use of Excel. You see how amazing this tool is. But it's so amazing when people want to start their career, especially want to hear about tech. They don't want to talk about Excel. They want to move into Power BI, SQL, Python. They just want to code, especially people that want to transition into the space of data science and all that, right? They just want to code. But trust me, Excel is underrated. And if you can hear me very well today, and you work in any sector, you can agree with me that most of the tools that they're using today is Excel, Microsoft Excel. Right? Am I correct? Oh, yeah. I'm waiting for your response. Do you think that I'm correct? Do you think that it's true? Have you walked into any organization and they're not using Excel? Share with us. So we're here to learn. Have you walked into any organization and you find out that they're not using Excel at all? It's not possible. I work with a lot of companies across the world, across the globe. I work with companies in US, Canada, Australia, UK, right? Currently, I'm working with one of the companies, one of the big companies, the consulting companies in US. So you see that they make use of Excel, right? They make use of Excel. So Excel is a very broad tool that as a data analyst, right? This is the number one tool that you need to understand. Now, why do we need Excel? Now, Excel is being used for storage of data. Okay, when you talk about database, when you hear about database, what do you think? Database is actually that tool, right? Let me use the word in a very simple manner, language that you understand. Any tool that you can use to store your data is called your database. Okay, so we talk about database. Let me use data analysis for example. You can either use your Power BI, apologies. You can either use your Excel or your SQL. These two tools, you can use it for what? Storage of data. Of course, you can use Power BI to store your data. Power BI is meant for data visualization. But do you know the amazing thing of this Excel? You can use Excel to store your data, and you can still use Excel for your data visualization. Okay, and that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, let's look at this data together. Let's look at this data. When the data is being shared with you as a data analyst, what's the first thing that you need to do? That is what we call data understanding. Okay, that is what we call data understanding. Now, data understanding, it happens at the space of what? You trying to understand the language of the data. What are the data? What is it all about? Now, note, when you start working with a company or with any brand, right? So especially if you've been hired as a data analyst, maybe you are new there. This one, whether you are using that tool before or not, there's a place of what? Understanding the company, understanding their data. So we call it domain knowledge stage. Okay, so you're trying to understand the data, you're trying to understand the company, everything about the company, the stakeholders, who are they, the structure. You're trying to understand these things with the company, right? So in this space, the first thing that you need to understand with the company, with the data, is what is this data? What is it saying? Now, let's look at this data together. Now, if you pay attention to this data, note, I said that Excel is meant for data storage and, of course, data visualization. Now, we'll talk about data storage. Maybe, let's say, here, that all of us here are students of Amdoranalytics. All of us here are students of Amdoranalytics. We start typing, oh, this is their maybe your registration number, this is this, and this is the year that you register with Amdoranalytics, this is the date. All these things, we take it into consideration, your location, the program that you registered for. So all these things will be taken into consideration. Now, at the end of the day, we want to make analysis, make sense of the data. We want to make business decision with the data. We want to find out which of this gender do we have more of our students from? Is it male or the female? Or which location do we have more of our students, registered students, maybe from Nigeria or from UK? So we can't just use data like this to make that decision. So you understand what actually prompts people using data visualization, or why do we visualize our data? Okay, it helps to make business decision. Now let's look at this data together. Now, if you pay attention, you can see we have row, we have order ID, we have the year, okay, of this goes where order. So we talk about order ID. Order ID is we call it the primary key. I don't want to dive into that so much. So it's called primary key. We call it unique identifier. Okay, so we have the order date. The order date simply means the dates that these goods were ordered. Now look at these goods were ordered, this also dates, and this is the date that these goods were shipped. Can you see that? Okay, so we have the shipping mode. Now shipping mode is either maybe what we have here is second class, standard class. I think we have another one that is first class. Okay, so maybe how you want the goods to be shipped to you. We have the customer ID, which is the unique identifier of the customers, right? So we have the customer's name, we have the segments, we have the countries of these customers, region, category. So we have the product. Product ID simply means this product that these guys are ordering. What the name of this product? Okay, so we have their product category, subcategory, the product name. So the sales, when we talk about the sales, simply means the profit, no, the revenue. Apologies. So we have the quantity. Quantity simply means how many. Okay, we have the price, price per unit. Okay, so with all these things that we have seen with this data, trust me, please pay very good attention. So you understand why we said that you're going to be learning from no experience. You're going to be moving to experts today. Now, what's the first thing that you need to understand? Why do we even need to visualize this data? Why do we need to analyze? Let's use the word analyze. Why do we need to analyze this data? If you're the CEO of this company, trust me, there's a need for you to make what we call informed business decisions. Okay, now let's look at this. If you pay attention here, you can see we have different customers. I mean, we have customers from different locations, but let's use the word customers, right? Now, let's say that I want to find out who is the most valuable customer. Okay, the most valuable customer could be someone who has spent a lot, purchased a lot of goods from us. With what we have here, look at this data, what we have here, scroll down. This is a large data set anyways, so you can pay attention. 9,000. Okay, 99,000. Okay, 9,995. Apologies, even though I'm using my glasses. So you find out that I can't really say that is this Mr. A or Mr. B that is the most valuable customer. But if we analyze this, we'll be able to find out if it is Mr. A or Mr. B is the most valuable customer. Right? Now let's pay attention to the states. We can't really say that this is the state that is that most of our sales is coming from. Do you understand this? These are the reasons why there is a need for us to analyze the data. Let me use a normal, simple example for you, right? I'm in Nigeria. Okay, so we have one of our richest men. Okay, so I love to use him as an example. He's a very good example, Dangote. Okay, so we have Dangote. Yeah, let's say that Dangote is selling, let's say, Dangote is into sales of different products, right? We have noodles, spaghetti, salt, a lot of things, cement and all that, right? And he's selling these things to different locations in Nigeria. Currently we have 36 states in Nigeria, right? So let's say that, okay, Dangote has shared these products across all Nigeria states. If Dangote want to find out which of these locations are they making more of their sales, if you bring 36 states from the first state to the last state in Nigeria, Dangote cannot just say that, oh, maybe this state is Abuja that we're making more of our sales, or is Lagos, or is Anambra. Trust me, those decisions are going to be made based on data. Okay, based on data. And if this data is being shared like this, you cannot make that decision if not being analyzed. And that's where all business owners today are looking for data professionals, especially data analysts. So you see that as a data analyst, your skill is high in demand. They can't do this, they can't analyze it. They can't tell that this is the most of our products, this is the most valuable customer. They can't say that this is the customer that is, okay, this is the product where most of our sales are coming from. This is the location where most of our profits are coming from. And do you know what? They make those decisions because it will help them to make a informed business decision. Okay, so they can't just be buying a lot of products without making any profits from it. Of course, you know, as a business, it's all about profits. Do you understand? So you need to understand this, understand why data analytics, understand who a data analyst is. Why do I need to analyze the data? So if you have this distinction, this understanding, trust me, you go far in your career as a business, as a data analyst. Should I go on? Oh yeah, if you're enjoying this section, please type yeah. Let's go. Want to start analyzing our data now. So if that data is being shared with you, the first thing that you need to do is to do what? Is to analyze it. And the first thing to do here, this is a raw data. We call it flat file. We'll turn it to table. You'll be asking, is it not a table? So this is you're going to be learning when you start your program with Amdoranalytics. So you start. So you know that there is a difference between flat file and table. It's like this one is too much. Okay. So what I'm going to do, so we'll come back here. We'll do Control A. So Control A is to highlight. Okay, Control A, Control T. Now Control T will help us to convert it to table. Look at it now. It's asking us to create table. Can you see that? Create table. Now, this is asking us, okay, my table has headers. Now, what is headers? Headers are all these things that you're seeing here. Row ID, order ID, year, order date, month, shipping date, and all that too. So those things are what they are, the headers. Now you have to ensure that it's clicked. If it's not clicked, that means what you're telling Power BI Excel is that all these things, they are the same thing. There's no difference. There is no difference. So you need to highlight it. And when you have done this, you click on OK. It has to be checked. So you click on OK. So by default, okay, no. We have converted this table to what? This data here. We've converted it to table. We converted it to table. Converted it to table. Look at it. Now pay attention. When I click here, just pay attention to my ribbon. This is called ribbon. The ribbon tab. You will see anything like table design here. When I select this, you will see table design. This is showing you that this is already converted to table. We call it structured query. Okay. No, structure referencing. Apologies. Structure referencing. Okay. So we have 4 types of referencing. Structure referencing is one of the type of referencing that we have. So now let's go in. Now, what do we need to do? We need to analyze it. You and I need to analyze this. So I'm going to create a new sheet. Look at it here. Pay attention. You can see add new sheet. So I'm going to create a new sheet. I'm going to analyze everything here. So I just type analyze. Sorry. Analyze. So this is where we're going to be doing it together. Let's do it together. So the first thing that we need to do, there's what we call pivot table. Some people call it pivot table. If you are a data professional, you want to start your career in data analytics, and you've not, or you've done your data analytics program, because a lot of people have done these things, right? And trust me, no value, right? So if you've done data analytics program somewhere and you've not used pivot table, you need to go and collect your money back. Okay, so you're going to be learning how to use pivot table, right? Pivot table is a tool in Microsoft Excel used for visualization. Okay, so you use it for visualization. Now in Power BI, we have visualization tools, right? So you want to visualize something in Microsoft Excel, you need to use pivot table. So now come to this, come to set. So on your ribbon, come to set, and you can see here pivot table. Some people call it pivot table. I call it pivot table. So you can see pivot table. So when you use the drop down to ask you, where are you selecting your pivot table from? And we're selecting it from table. Remember, we have constructed this to table. So I'm going to click on this from table. Okay. Now, let me share something with you. So here, when you click on this table design, you see the name of our table. We didn't change it. So click on this ribbon, table design, and you see the name of our table, table 1. note, I don't want to talk much about, just note that the name of this table here is called table 1. So let's go to our analyze. So on this our analyze, I'm going to click on this insert. I'm going to select this. So it's asking for the name of our table. Now, where is this analysis coming from? Note why we need to analyze this data. The organization, they have this. So there's this people that we call data entry guys, right? So they are the one in charge of inputting the data. I know you understand. So as a data analyst, you're not the one in charge of typing in the data, but it's still part of your job if the company you're working with do not have that position. So you can still do that. Okay. So I'll come back here and I'll type the name of my table. So table 1. So I'm going to just select this. So make sure you click on this, right? Add this to data model. We're using this existing worksheet. So I'm going to click on OK. I'll not do much. Let's choose something. So just click on OK. It's loading. And now you have this pivot table fields. Of course, you can move it. Of course, you can come here and drop it again. Okay. So we have this. Okay. This is me trying to show you that you can move it. And leave it. Please don't move it if you know that you don't have any. There's no need of you moving it, right? All right, let's go. So I'll come back here. Please pay attention. Pay attention. There's something I used to tell my students. You want to analyze a company's data, right? Please need to sit down, understand the data. See, if your analysis will not solve a business problem, you are not yet a data analyst. So if your analysis, you're just there to go and create different charts for them. That's why it's most important. I used to tell my people, please, don't analyze, don't bring any chart that will be so confusing to people. You're talking to people that are not data professionals, okay? You're talking to people that want to see the numbers. They want to see, oh, this is what happened. This is what happened. Very clear, okay? So you have to make it simple. And again, you need to make sure that what you are passing, the message you are passing is bringing business solution. I don't know if you understand. So as a data analyst, don't jump into data and start analyzing the data. No, if you are not using that to solve a business problem, that will help them to make informed business decision, you're not yet a data analyst. You don't understand it. So let's go. Now, how do I know what to analyze? And a lot of people have asked me this question. I know I want to do this, but tell me, what do I need to know? Now, for me, what I've been doing over the years as a data professional. So when a company share the data with me, the first thing is to understand the data. Of course, using what we call data dictionary, you understand the data. And after understanding the data, you sit down and try to understand what you want. Okay, they will tell you, oh, I want to see where most of my money is coming from. I want to see this, I want to see that. Then you try to understand, if I am the CEO of this company, what do I want? Sometimes you ask some companies, they don't understand what they want to see, but they will share their problem with you. So you are the one that will tell them that, okay, these are the things that we are going to look at in this data. It will help us to find out where the problem is coming from. Okay, so if you are the CEO of this company, pay attention. Now, looking at this company, you see that we have the order date. Now, if I am the CEO of this company, I would like to find out how goods were ordered per month or year. Now, if I pay attention to this, you can see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 4 years data. Okay, this is 4 years data. So I want to find out how sales happen in this company in these 4 years. You just understand it. You don't need to be a CEO before you learn how to take the CEO. Apologies. Okay. So you need to understand, these guys, they want to see how sales happened in that company from the month of this to this, or from this year to this year. Of course, most times I don't advise companies to wait till that longer period of time before analyzing their data. Now, if I am the CEO of this company, I would like to find out which of these ship modes do people actually order goods from or ship goods from. Okay, these are the things you need to find out. Just like someone who is selling products, okay, they have mode of payments, they have transfer, they have POS, they have transfer, The person has transfer, they have POS, and of course, cash. You want to find out where, which payment flow do we make most of our sales from? So if it's POS, then there's a need for us to have POS. Okay, if it's cash, then there's a need for us to always be there to collect their cash. So these are what business decisions are about. So now let's dive in. Let's dive in. So I'll come back here. We need to find out the total sales, because they're going to use that total sales to analyze other things. Okay. So total sales. So I'll select sales here. Look at it, sales. Okay, sales. Look at total sales. So sales by product category. We're going to come to the other things, right? I want to see product category. Okay, we didn't screen the data, but that's fine because we don't have that much time. Okay, so we have product category and how much these guys are making from each of these. Do you understand this? So this is product category, and this is how much they are making from this. See, you don't just let's use data Amdoranalytics for example, right? So we have a lot of programs that, of course, we have about 8 programs, right? Here at Amdoranalytics, business analysis, data analytics, AI engineering, cybersecurity, right? So if we want to analyze our data to find out where do we have most of our students coming from, or which of the products are we selling more, we look at all these things, right? Analyze how many students in this class versus how much we're generating. So we know if you're going to continue the program or not. Do you understand? So let's dive in. So we have the product category, and then we have how much these products are giving us. So we are going to find out which of them is top 1. So highlight this. We'll go to this. We need to format these values because it's a currency figure. So highlight this, highlight the value, go to home. This is home tab. Come to number. Come here under general and change it to currency. So it's Naira. I don't know why it's Naira. Now pay attention. If you pay attention here, you can see we have some decimal places here. So we need to take it off. We need to take it off. Now to achieve that, we will come back here and say decrease decimal. Decrease decimal. Can you see that? Decrease decimal. So this is what we have. The next thing we need to do is to insert a chart. Insert chart. Okay. So go to insert. While your hand is here, if you click outside, you won't see that pivot field again. So make sure you select this. Go to insert. Go to pivot table analyze, and you see pivot chart. Pivot chart. So this is the first one we have. I'm going to select it because I think I'm okay. I'm okay with this. So look at it here. So I'll come back here, click on this, yank it up, just go to your backspace. Let's click on this, hide off few buttons on the chart, come back here, select this. So let's give it a name. So come back to chart title. Okay, so this is category. Okay, apologies. This is sales by, so not category. Sales by category. So sales by category. So this is our analysis. I'm going to come back here, insert a new sheet. So here I'm going to call it the report. Okay, so come back here, click on this. Control C this. So apologies. Okay, so let's go. So come back here, Control C the chart. So I'll come back here and I'll paste the chart. So this is our chart. So if you want to make any decision here, we're going to make decision. So click on this. You'll see this plus sign here. I'm going to add the chart label. Look at it here. Data label, data label. So data label, look at what it's saying here. It's just showing us, I believe you can see this. Okay, this one out a bit. And is this too much? Okay. So look at what we have here. So you can see sales by category. Now, paying attention to what we have, we can see that the highest sales is coming from technology. Look at it. So trust me, with this, the company will be very happy, and it will help them to make informed business decisions. That, oh, do you know that most of our sales or most of our profit is coming from the technology? You understand? You know, on a normal, they can just come here and look at these things and be like, okay, maybe the most of our revenue is coming from office surprises. Office surprises. Not knowing that that revenue is coming from what technology. So there is a need for you to analyze data. You don't make decisions without data. That's why I used to tell my people then. So you need to learn how to make decisions based on data, not emotion. Okay, so let's dive in again. It's another thing that I would like us to see. I'm gonna let's take so just come back here again. Go to insert, pivot table, analyze. Here, the name of our table is table 1. Okay, I didn't type that table very well. Table 1. So get this. So let me see sales by. You want to know products anyways, even though we looked at product category. Okay, that product is too much. So let's look at the product subcategory. Take up the one that is there. Okay, so let's look at it together. So click on this, go to pivot table analyze, go to pivot chart. This is what we have. So I'm going to click on it. Of course, you can change any chart of your choice, right? Okay, let's select this. Let's select the line chart. Line chart. So I'm going to click on this. Collapse this. So come back here, take off this. Right, click on this, hide a few buttons on the chart. Control C. Apologies. So right click on this, hide a few buttons on the chart. So take this off, we don't need it. So now this is it, all we have. So we're going to change the name. So we're going to change the name. Come back here, and we're going to call it sales by subcategory. Subcategory. Now let's look at what we have here. If you pay very good attention to our chart here, so you can see that this is where we have the highest, like store. Let's use the word, right? The seasonality, or we call it, yeah, the seasonality, the trend. This is trend analysis, but I don't want to take you into that, right? So this is where we have the highest bar, okay? So, and when you hover your cursor there, you can see that this one is showing us shares. Pay attention to my screen, you can see shares. Look at my screen, you can see shares, okay? Showing that the highest profit, no, this is revenue, not profits. The highest sales, which is revenue, is coming from shares. Okay, it's coming from shares. Okay. Oh, apologies, I want to fix something. Okay, so I'm going to come back here, Control C or Control X. I'm going to Control X that. So I come to my report. I'm going to paste it here. And paste it here. Multiply to, or resize it a bit. Yes, so I have my two charts here. Come back here, resize this a bit. Size this. So we just have one or two more charts to go. So I'll come back here. Here. Now another thing again, you need to pay attention to, okay, what do I need to analyze? Tell me, what do I need to analyze? Okay, what? Okay, so we have done category and subcategory, right? So let's look at their segments. So let's go. How do we make profits? How do we make sales? using the segment. So I'm going to highlight this. That's one thing, the amazing thing about using your pivot table. So Control C, Control V. So we will not go back to insert again. Okay. So here we're going to yank off the subcategory. Apologies if you don't understand what's going on now. Okay. So select this. Come back here, yank off the plant. Look at this. All right, let's go. So we have the, based on segments, we have consumer segments. I mean, people that are buying them. We have some people are consumers, some people are corporate, some people are home office. Okay. And these are the profits. I don't know why I'm missing the profits. It's actually revenue made from this. So I'm going to highlight this. Go to home, come back here and change it to currency. Change it to currency, decrease the decimal. Decrease the decimal. So we need to start charts, right? So I'll go back to my pivot table, analyze pivot charts. You can use any chart of your choice. I want to use my donuts chart. So click on pie, go to donuts, look at it here. Come back to the donuts and select OK. So come back here, right click on this, hide all few buttons on charts. So this. So I'm going to take it to the bottom. So come back here, change the name from Dix Total. We're going to change it to sales by segments. Apologies. Just give me a second. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so sales by segments. Customer segment. So we have this. So I'm going to cut this, Control X. To cut it, I'm going to take it to our report page. Come back here, paste it. Back here, paste it here. So I just need one more shot. I'll come to analyze. Let me pay attention to another thing I want to see. So I have months here. I have months. So I want to pay attention to how sales happen in that company from January to December. Which of these months do we make more of our sales from? So I'm going to Control C that, come back here and paste it. Okay. So we'll take yank off these segments. We'll look for months. So this is month. I'm going to select month. Okay. So come back here. I want to do a little, let's do little analysis here or formatting. If you pay attention here, let's insert chart so you understand it very well. But without that, you need to see that. If you pay attention here, you can see that it starts with April, August, December. Okay, can we just do it in a way that it will be January to December, like January, February, March to December, instead of being in alphabetical order? So to achieve this, we'll come back here. Pay very good attention. We come back here, right click. Sorry. Click on this. More sort options. Come back here, insert it to manual or annual. Right. Sorry, apologies. Ascending. More options. Uncheck this thing here. come back here and select this. Now, why are we doing this? If you pay attention to what we have here, you can see we have it in abbreviation. We have it in abbreviation, like it's not in full text. So that's why we're selecting that one here. So I'm going to click on OK. So you can see we have it January to December. So here we need to format this money. So come back here, go to home. Come back here, select accounting. Not accounting. It has been currency. I might be selecting accounting. It's currency. So come back here. Let's insert chart. I'm going to insert this chart. So, and select this. And select this. Right click. Hide a few buttons. So here we'll change it to, I'll call it I'll call it trend. Trend. But I want us to do something. If you pay attention, you can see that this money here is like, this thing is not okay. Let's leave it this way. Let's leave it this way. Let's leave it this way. So I'm going to control exit and I'll bring it here. So we'll insert it here. Insert it here. So let's format a bit. So Control A. So this is what we have. We're going to format it a bit. We're going to format it a bit. But before we proceed, do you have any question? So this is what we have. Okay, let's take questions so that we can proceed. Okay, so if there's no question, then let's proceed. I need you to understand something. If you pay attention to what we have here, you can see that if you are the CEO of this company, you can easily make decision with this to compare with when it is like this. Okay, when it is like this, you find it difficult to make decision, but with this, you can easily say that, okay, let's pay attention to this. We can see that most of our sales happened in this month, which is November. Look at it here, November. Okay, November. And where they had the last sales or the least sales is from this February, which you can see here. It's from February. So if you are the CEO of this company, you need to understand something. You ask questions. Ask questions. So let me insert something. So let me insert. Let's make it look good. So I'll come to import to this. Drop it here. So we need to give our chart a name. Just a second, please. So let's change it up. Maybe change the color, shape format. So shape view. Outline, no outline. So I need to give it a name. Go to insert text box. So we need to give our chart a name, right? So just like when you work in any company, after analyzing their distance, you need to give it a name. So it's Amdoranalytics sales report. So Control A. So we need to change the font size. It's not a must though. So just to change it and make it a little big. Okay, come back here and take out the fill for that. And of course the outline. Maybe change the text to white. Change the text to, I think black is fine. It's fine. What do you think? Okay, so if you want to change this, you can go ahead and change that. But the main thing is for us to understand what we are doing. Now let's analyze our charts. Because at the end of the day, if after analyzing your chart, there's going to be presentation. Please pay very good attention to this. There's going to be presentation, and after presentation, that's where the communication skills comes in. How do you communicate your report? Okay, how do you communicate your report? If you pay attention to this, you can see that we have the sales by category. Now, if I am the analyst, if I'm the analyst in this company that I've analyzed this chart with, then I'll tell them that, oh, if you pay attention to sales by category, you can see that the highest sales comes from what? From technology. Now, the question is, what happens to the other categories, like especially technology, office surprises? What's going on there? What did you guys do here that was not implemented in here? Okay, this is communication. You need to communicate your insights very well. You need to communicate. See, as a data analyst, after analyzing the charts, do you just go ahead and share with them without presenting? The answer is no. You need to learn how to present, communicate your insights. That is where communication skills comes. Now, after this, pay attention to this. We have category by subcategory, sales by subcategory. Remember that what every organization is looking at for is what? How do we make sales? At the end of everything, it's all about money. How do we make sales? Now, if you pay attention to category by sales by subcategory, if you pay attention to this, right, especially this, I don't know what the name is, fasteners. So you find out that they're not even making any sales there. Like it's very, very low based on the seasonality, how the graph has gone, right? So this is where they're making the least sales. Now, the question is, what's going on with that particular subcategory product? Do we need to scrap it? Because there's some businesses that you'll be doing, right? You find out that this one is taking your time. It's just a waste of time, waste of resources, waste of energy. What is the need of doing that? So you better change it. You better move to ones that are moving forward, right? Now, if you pay attention here, you can see that most of their sales is coming from where? Shares. Look at it here, shares. So the question is, what do we do with shares? Invest more there, pay more attention to sales, shares rather. So now let's pay attention to sales. We call it trend. That's the how sales happen in that company from January to December. Let's look at other months where we're making highest sales. You can see that the highest sales is what happened in November, followed by December. In fact, from here, even though that October wasn't a good one for them, but from September, you can see that it has been increasing. So the question is, what actually happened in this February and January? Okay, February, especially February, what's going on? You start asking questions. That's why you're a data analyst. You ask questions. What happened? How do we help you? You're a problem solver. I used to share this with everybody. If you are an analyst in any company, not that you're a problem solver, you find out what's going on here. You ask questions. People don't just want to, get you into the company for you to solve a problem without giving them, for you to analyze the data for them without giving them solution on what they can, do better. You understand? So these are the things that you need to pay very good attention to. Okay, ask them what's going on there. Maybe there is something like maybe sales, or maybe the product is into sales, the company is into sales or seasonal products, right? Now, if the company is into sales or seasonal products, then why not? So what do we do with this month so that we still be selling? What's going on with this month, right? So pay attention to sales by segments. When we talk about segment, the kind of customers they have. If you see that most of their sales is coming from this person here, which is what? Consumer. So most of people that are purchasing their products from these people are consumers, are the final consumers, the people that are using it, direct users. Okay. So with this, you are telling the people that you know what you're doing as an analyst. You can provide solution to them as an analyst, right? So if you know you've learned a lot today, say yeah. Or your type. If you know you've learned a lot, let me take one question, then we proceed. We want to go to something very important now. I mean, something very important that you must not miss. We want to go into that. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. What is the importance of Power BI? Apologies, I'm using my screen, so let me check that. Just give me a second. Okay, what is the importance of using Power BI when we can visualize with Excel? So you need to understand that every organization, they have what they are using. Okay, so some organizations can use Power BI, right? Some Excel. It's not every, but trust me, there's a limitation. I don't want to talk about Excel's limitation. Trust me, Excel has its own limitation. Okay, right? It does. So Power BI has cloud-based. Excel doesn't have, right? Talk about the cloud-based. There's what we call collaboration and sharing. You can do that, and that's the core importance of Power BI, right? So Excel, Power BI, Excel does not have that. Excel does not have that. Yeah, thank you. And again, it's not every sectors that want to limit their access. And again, another thing again you need to understand, right? In Microsoft Excel, we have 1,484 rows. I mean, when I talk about rows, I mean this row by column. This is row. When you count the one in Excel, it's 1 million. It's not up to 1.2. It's not even up to 1.1. Okay. I think it's up to 1.2. Let's use that one. Right? So it's not large. There are some organizations that collect almost 2 million rows of data every day. Do you understand? So Power BI has over 1 gig. So there's a lot of limitations, right? So let's dive into the most important thing that I want you to learn from us. Now, you've learned all these things from Amdoranalytics, right? So you'll be like, okay, how do I get started? How do I get started? Because this is the most important thing, right? If you've learned all these things, okay, I can analyze my data, I can do this thing using Excel. Of course, you cannot become an expert in just what we have learned now. You cannot become an expert in what I've just taught you. But trust me, for you to become an expert in this space, you need to learn beyond a day training. You need to go beyond this, okay? So here at Amdoranalytics, our data analytics program, as of today, please note, as of today that you are hearing me, we have 2 programs, right? We have the one we call specialist program and the professional program. Okay, so our specialist program is 6 months of 5 months of learning and 2 months of internship. Pay attention. Our specialist program here at Amdoranalytics, we have 5 months of learning every day. Like you are learning, of course, not every day. Most of our classes are weekend classes. Of course, there is LMS where you are going to be learning most of the during the weeks, right? And we have live classes where you are going to be meeting with your facilitator every Saturdays. Okay, so our classes are mostly Saturdays, and of course weekday classes, which is usually an hour. Okay, so that one is 5 months learning. Here are the things that you're going to be learning. You're going to be learning Excel for analytics. You're going to be learning Power BI. You're going to be learning SQL, and you're going to be learning Python. Trust me, very advanced, not from basic to intermediate, from basic to advanced level of everything. Excel, Power BI, SQL, Python, right? Now we have another one we call the professional space, okay, TS. So that professional TS, you're going to be learning Excel, Power BI, and SQL. So that one is 3 months of learning and 1 month internship. 3 months of learning data analytics and 1 month internship. So this I'm sharing with you today, just for this month and next month, right? So we might, have a change in our subsequent cohorts. Okay. So now let's talk about what you're going to be learning, the curriculum. How large is the curriculum? So this is our 3 months program. Now, so let's look at the curriculum, how it looks like, right? So here I'm going to be start learning with Excel. You can see it here, module 1. So we have module 1, we have module 2, we have module 3. We are going to build 2 solid projects if you are learning for 3 months. Of 3 months of learning and 1 month internship, you're going to build 2 solid projects using Excel. I mean, live projects. So you move to Power BI. You're going to work with Power BI. These are the things that you're going to be learning. So you move to SQL, very advanced. You can see the advanced part of what you're going to be learning using Power BI. Okay, you're going to be learning Power BI service. Power BI service is the cloud base of Power BI. You are going to be learning that. You know, someone asked question, what's the sense of using Power BI? Since I can use Excel, Power BI is beyond the visualization that most people are seeing out there, right? We have the cloud base, we have a lot you can do with Power BI, right? So we then dive into SQL. So we dive into SQL. These are the things that you're going to be learning with SQL in data analytics here at Amdoranalytics. Okay, now let's talk about why do I need to learn with Amdoranalytics? Why training with Amdoranalytics? Okay, why training with Amdoranalytics? Now I need you to understand one thing. One thing about Amdoranalytics is all our program from A to Z, they are all hands-on experience. You are going to be learning practical. So this one is not the one that they're going to give you one PDF and say go and read up, or go and read up this document. No. So from what we have done this moment, look at what we have done, right? In just few hours, in fact less than 2 hours, right? You've learned how you can use Microsoft Excel to analyze data, okay? Solve business problems. This is what you're going to be learning when you join Amdoranalytics program. Now, another thing again, you should understand or know about Amdoranalytics program is the industry standard tools that you're going to be learning, okay? All the tools that you're going to be using here at Amdoranalytics, they are industry standard tools. So another thing again you need to understand about Amdoranalytics program and what the trainers, the tutors that you're going to be meeting. I mean, tutors are going to be meeting. Of course, I'm one of them, right? Of course, I'm one of them. So you're going to be meeting experts, people that are highly professionals in their career. You're going to be meeting them. They're going to be, guiding you through. There's nothing like you want to transition into a career path. You have someone who has been in the space, who know more, to teach you what you need to do in order to become a professional in that space, right? So another thing again you should know about Amdoranalytics program is the mentorship program. See, I've discussed the practical, which is fine, but how about the mentorship? See, if you want to go far in life, you need a mentor. Okay, there's a point where if you go online, anywhere, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere, I've been hearing a lot of people saying that, I've started this career, I've been in this space for over 6 months, I don't really understand anything. At that moment, what you need is a mentor, no longer practical program. Now, a mentor is that person that will sit you down, hold your hands, and show you this and this and this are what you need to do. Okay, so here at Amdoranalytics, we are going to be meeting with mentors, okay, who will guide you through. And another thing again you need to understand, look at what we have done or what we did in the few minutes ago. See that it is very easy for you to understand. Very easy. Okay, so all our programs here, they are beginners friendly programs. You don't need to stress yourself. You don't need to have any prior knowledge before starting your career here at Amdoranalytics. Either data analytics, AI engineering, business analysis, project management, any program at all. You want to start here at Amdoranalytics, you don't need a prior knowledge. All we need from you is your access to laptop, your internet, and your availability. See that your availability, very, very important. And of course, your consistency. Okay, so another thing again you should know about Amdoranalytics program, why you need to train with Amdoranalytics, is the professional certificate you're going to be getting, right? So globally recognized certificates you are going to be getting after your training with Amdoranalytics. Very, very important, right? Another thing again is portfolio. See, let me tell you something. If you want people to rate you high, share your portfolio with them. Okay, so most times when people say, I've done this program, I don't really learn anything, and I don't know how to go about it and others, the first thing some people will be like, I'm very good, but I'm not getting any job invites. The first thing I will ask them, please share your portfolio with me. I want to see what you've done over the years, what you've done over the months. I want to see. When you ask those guys, please share your portfolio with me, they are sharing nothing. They're sharing nothing. And most of when they share their portfolio with you, all you'll be seeing, solid portfolio, okay? Solid portfolio that will show the real work projects you've worked on. And what you're going to be seeing is what? You're going to be seeing sales data. It sales data is fine though. You can start there, but everything there, if you have 10 projects there, 6 or 7 of them should not be talking about sales data. It shouldn't. Okay. So here at Amdoranalytics, you're going to work on real world projects that will boost your portfolio. So another thing again is supportive community, people that will be there with you to learn with you and to guide you. Very, very important. Okay. Of course, previous success stories of people that have gone through our programs. If you go on YouTube, go and search Amdoranalytics on YouTube. Go and search Amdoranalytics on YouTube. And let's not go far. You can check our page. Okay. So let me type Amdoranalytics. So from here, go to testimonials. So you're going to see people that have gone through our program. They are everywhere. They are on YouTube. They are on LinkedIn. This is their profile. This is their pictures. You can check them out and be sure, oh, these guys, they are real. They are not fake. Okay. So, and you want to check pictures of people that have gone through our program or the videos, right? So this is Persifat Dialogue. I can't pronounce it very well, right? So she got a job after her internship with Amdoranalytics. Let's talk about her. Let's listen to her. I don't know if you can hear. Can you hear that? She landed a job after her internship. I don't know if you get that. Okay, if you go on our YouTube, you're going to see a lot of testimonies of people that have gone through our program. This is for me, and this is Toby. This is Love, right? The name is not correct, but this is Love, right? So if you go and if you come back here again, you're going to see some other guys, and if you go on our YouTube, you're going to see them. Okay, so apologies here. So you're going to see these guys too. You're going to see them. They pass through our program, and you can see testimonies of how Amdoranalytics help them, both those that secure their first role in tech and those that are just starting their career in other space as well. But then again, trust me, they all had amazing testimonies. Come here on the testimonial, come to company under testimonials. You are going to see all these text messages from people that have gone through our program. They are all on LinkedIn. You can search them out, check them out on LinkedIn. A lot of them that of course, we can't have everybody here, right? So now the question now is, when is your next course starting, Chinyere? Okay, I've heard a lot. Tell me when your next course is starting. So our next course will be starting on 14th of February. So we have less than 13 days to start our cohort. Can you see that? We have 13 days left to start our next cohort. So our next cohort will be starting on 14th of February. Now, the program fee, if you are paying for our data analytics, professional, which is 3 months learning, please pay very good attention. The one of 3 months learning and 1 month internship, that is 250,000 naira. And as of today, tomorrow we can increase it. Trust me. Okay, so as of today is what? 250,000 naira. So you are learning for 3 months and 1 month internship. 3 months and 1 month internship for 250,000 naira. Now, if you want the advanced analytics here at Amdoranalytics, which is the data analytics, so that one is 600,000 naira. That is 7 months of learning. 7 months. We are learning 7 months. Okay, 5 months and 2 months. That's 7 months. 7 good months, right? So our next course starts 14th of February, and of course, Registration is already ongoing. Registration is already ongoing. There is privilege. Okay, there is grace for you to pay twice. You can pay twice. Okay, it's not a one-time payment. You can pay twice and then have access. We log you in into the LMS and you start your program. You log into the LMS and you start your program. Right. So if you have any questions, let's take questions now. Let's take questions. You want to know more about Analytics program? When is the next course starting? What are the things I'm going to be learning? So you can come back here. Please pay attention. Let's say you want to check Analytics specialist program, right? So come back here. You can see view brochure. So that view brochure, if you view that, click on that, you're going to see our brochure. So you're going to see the course outline, the things that you're going to be learning. You ask yourself, does it really worth it? Okay. So you can download it. Just give it a second. Let's give it some seconds. Okay, so this is it here. Just my network is fine. Okay, so this is it. It's everything that you're going to be learning for the whole 7 months. Okay, so of course the internship is you're going to be working on the real world project. Real world projects. Real world project. You can see our February cohort here. Our February cohort. This is our 2026 calendar. Our February cohort is starting on February 14th. It's starting on February 14th. Okay, February 14th. So you can send us a message today and get started. Like I said, you can pay twice. Okay, you can pay twice. Don't miss this opportunity. Like a lot of you sent us message that, oh, I want to start February. I want to start February. So this is opportunity for you to start your program here at Amdoranalytics February. So there is everything here is real. We're going to be working on the real world projects, just like what we just did, even though that it didn't really take us much time, right? But it's just for us to solve a business problem. Okay, so let's take questions. If you have any questions, share with us. Ask your questions, guys. Do you have any questions? Okay, so if there is no question, we'll call it a night. So thank you very much. Thank you for being part of our session.